Hebrew Israelites, the true Christians, seek the old paths. I want to give all the honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, by Hashem YAHAWASHI, by Hashem RAWACHAA QADASH. Double honors to my elders at Great Millstone, taught me this truth through the Spirit, singing honors to the elect. Peace and blessings be to all the sincere men, women, and children that do consist of the 1/3. Shalom, shalom. Modern day society is far immoral from past societies. I mean, granted, you could talk about the Hamitic society. We could talk about the Greco-Roman society with the island of Lesbos and boy lovers and things of that nature. But that's another story. But today is just sickening to those who truly fear Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, and want righteousness and wants to have a family and wants to be able to be around their brethren and not have to worry about being robbed or injured or killed. But this society is given to the wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. So that means that the earth is exceedingly, wicked. And it said that also in the book of Maccabees when the Antiochus Epiphanes IV started to rule. Wickedness just multiplied throughout the earth, the known world at that time, right? And the men of the Lord, that's why we're out preaching the word. It tells you in Amos, the 5th chapter, forgive me, I'm at the plantation. It tells you in Amos, the 5th chapter, it says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Uprightly. And even Yahushua said, know that the world hated him before it hated us, because we prophesy, we speak of the works thereof are evil. Who the hell in these modern day churches with these 501c3 charters are talking about the prophecies, about the evils to come? Doesn't it say in 2 Thessalonians, the 1st chapter, seeing it's a righteous thing to recompense them that trouble thee? All right, when Yahushua shall come down with his holy angels and flaming fire, seeking vengeance upon those who obey not the gospel, the good news, which is only for the Israelites. See, that's why, the Lord did with a balance. If somebody has good news, that means that good news has to be bad news for someone else. If 3 people are called in for an interview, the one person get a call back, that means that one person got good news. So what does that mean for the other 2 people? They didn't get any good news. Right? Anyhow, salvation in the kingdom of heaven is only for the Hebrew Israelites. Like the Bible says, through much tribulation shall we enter to the kingdom of heaven, wherein dwelleth righteousness. But as of right now, we are on our punishment, and we seek the old paths. We see what this other path is. We don't like it. We don't want it. But like Elder Apostle GABAR said, that his elder said, we had to go through wickedness so that we can appreciate righteousness. And God don't get, we appreciate it. We want it. We need it. The world needs it. Hosea 4:1. Hear the word of Yahawah, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. And that is facts. That is facts. If it's not thus saith the Lord, then I don't believe it to be the word. Straight up. Right? The Lord said he said he changed not. Malachi 3:6. So he never changed the covenant he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Never did. Okay? The Lord gave no license to sin. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and the 5 neighboring cities. But it's supposed to be a God-fearing country, right? Paul said that the head of man is a Mashiach and the head of the woman is the man. But surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. Now women can take the man's children from them. I know plenty of men that want to be in their child's life. But because the serpent and Eve are at it again, making their lives miserable hell. Man, oh man. See, this is why we want the old ways, the old paths. Because we don't have to worry about lying, stealing, and cheating amongst the nation of Israel. We're going to know the law. The Lord going to put the laws in our inward parts. We won't have to worry about, is there pork in this? You know what I'm saying? You know how it be. I mean, my family told me, come get a plate. I wouldn't got a plate. They know I don't celebrate Easter, none of that crap. But I had to ask questions. What's in this? What's in that? What's, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Then, looking at the situation, I saw an article where Dwayne Wade's son, who identifies as a girl, was spending valuable time with his boyfriend, which is an Edomite girl that thinks she's a boy. And they're under 18 if they're under 18, I'm not mistaken. I think they're still teenagers if I'm not mistaken. They were kissing and hugging. I'm like, wow. And now you see why we seek the old paths. And the thing is, they're gonna force the people to try to conform to the society. That's why we say the pen is far more powerful than the whip, because the legislation, it's in the power of their hand. All right, read Michael 2:1. Nonetheless, though, I know I'm throwing a couple precepts at y'all randomly, but it's all through the Spirit. Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, brethren are the Israelites. Read Romans 9, Romans 9, verse 1 through about 5. By the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. So in the process of us doing that, do you not think we feel the same way the Lord does in Hosea 4:1? Yes, we have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land as well. And at one point, we were those people in general saying, that were lying and stealing and whatever, till we kind of realize, yo, man, I got to change my life. This ain't it. This ain't right. Now I know why we're here. Now I know why we're suffering. Now I understand why we're on the bottom, but we can prevail through anything. Curses. So what is our service of being here on this earth? To feed the sheep, to admonish. The Lord said, who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? We are. Our entire existence on this earth, the elect, first and foremost, is to serve YAHAWASHI. And then, in the end, all men is going to serve YAHAWASHI. Because right now, it seems as if no one wants to serve the Lord because they're, quote-unquote, at liberty to do as they will, as they think. This is not the law of Thelma. Life is all about opportunity and chances. Continuing on, Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Call HALAL like YAHAWASHI. Call HALAL like YAHAWASHI. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as God hath dealt to every man the measure of faith. Every man has his own measure of faith, and the Lord dealt every man his measure of faith. See, we believe we're going to be saved from this hellhole, America, which is the mystery whore Babylon. But we have to pray for one another, because remember, not all men have faith, but the Lord is faithful in us. Man, these words are comforting. So, I'm not going to make this long. We, the elect, we seek the old paths. Why? That's when Yahweh would be there for us. That's when Yahweh was fighting our battles. We was in our own land. None made us afraid, But here we are. Jeremiah 4:4. Circumcise yourselves to Yahweh and take away the foreskins of your heart, ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire and burn that none can quench it because of the evil of your doings. So guess what we did? We circumcised spiritually our mind, our heart. We trimmed the fat. Remember what it said, empty your cup? Bruce Lee said, empty your cup. In other words, everything that we thought was right, damn near is wrong. Now we have to be reborn again. Hence, born again. Jeremiah 6. I'm going to close out after this one. This is Jeremiah 6 and... Bear me for a moment. Here goes my closeout precept. Jeremiah 6:16. There it is. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Right. Hey, even to this day, don't you have your grandmama or your mama them be like, man, back in the day, man, we were young, man, it wasn't all this and that, man. We used to go to the store, we didn't have to work. Well, guess what? The elect thinking further back. We thinking back millennium, centuries. Yo, we want to go back to those days. I'd rather go out in the field and have to milk a cow and get 100% organic milk than to have it delivered at a store cold with hormones and pus and all kind of BS in it. Work for it, right? Continuing on. That was a chime. Close out. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. This is not our rest, y'all. So we hoping the Lord would dial back the hands of time, which pretty much going back to the future, right? Like I said at camp last week, okay? And we'll be back in our rightful stead of being the righteous rulers of the earth. But they said we would not walk therein. No, that's what 2/3 say. We want it. Verse 17, also I said watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said we would not hearken. Well, therefore hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. So at the end of the day, we are going to rule the earth in righteousness. Why? Because seeing all these things must be dissolved, what manner of person are we to be in all holy conversation? Because we seek a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So with that being said, pray you was edified and fed. Stay in the spirit. Don't fear it. Just endure it. Ask for forgiveness. Pray without ceasing. Stay humble. Remain diligent. Come at Allah. Mufla Babal. Shalom.